Hey, what's happening, guys? Just want to jump in today, do a little bit of market cap talk, maybe cover one little novel ICO that I discovered the other day. But let's jump right into the market real quick. It's still very indecisive right now. As you know, the bear market is possibly going to keep rolling, possibly not. There's a lot of incoming money coming in, so the market cap has potential to grow, which means that a bear market might be staved off. Who knows? Anyways, let's check it out. Bitcoin up 2, still cruising. We're past 11,000 now. Bitcoin seems unstoppable. Would I buy and try to hold it today? I honestly don't know. Bitcoin's an enigma. We've got the potential futures market, December 18th, I believe. The effects of that are going to be very unpredictable. A lot of people are anticipating Wall Street influence as being both a negative and positive thing. The negative thing would be potentials for increased market manipulations of various kinds. There we go. Also, just being tied to the Dow Jones and the old stodgy stock market where gains are small. A lot of that profit reduction comes from bots and billionaires having their impact. They kind of play the market in ways that you would never dream. I might do a whole video covering that sometime, but right now let's just keep going with this. Within the top 10, we've got red. Red's going on. Litecoin's the only green. Oh, Cardano still cruising. Let's see. Been watching Cardano cruise for a week and a half straight. And, well, the mountain's starting to look a little smaller, but it was looking pretty intense there last week. It's taking its dip, and it's popping up. Looks like it didn't take to its new highs. Who knows what the future of that is? I don't. Monero just hanging in there barely. Neo still getting hammered a little bit. EOS. Wish I hung on to my EOS. I did not. Cruising. It's on a rampage. Would I buy right here? I don't know. I probably would not buy there right now. I don't know what the news is that's driven it upward, or if it's still just that EOS has a lot of hype in favor. It's got Steam it and whatnot. That community's into it. Stellar Lumens. There was some kind of rumor that it was leaked that Stellar Lumens might be the Palm Beach report. I honestly don't care. That last Palm Beach report spit out so many leaks of false coins. I think there was maybe 6 or 7 coins, including Potcoin, that people were saying this is the new Palm Beach report. Well, I'm not jumping into that. I think all of those coins you could have made a little profit on if you got them on early enough, but who wants to jump into what could be a possible immediate pump and dump? Not me. Okay, let's go further. 8 shares always seems to be doing good. Waves, 8%. Waves is, of course, a platform, and there'll be development upon Waves. I think Waves has a future. This chart, a lot of the volatility, 590 down to 380. It's pretty high. It's a lot of volatility. I don't know. I mean, if you get in on one of these lows, I think you might be safe for a while because Waves has developers are developing on top of it. Let's keep going. Monocoin, 8%. Bytecoin, 9%. Vertcoin, a lot of domination, a lot of big days for Vertcoin lately. Look at that spike. Cruising. Salt, 20%. Starting to hear people talk about Salt again. What was that? Was that the lending platform? Secure cash loans. Salt has a new ICO that might make Salt seem more reasonable. Excuse me, Salt doesn't have the ICO, but there's going to be a new ICO. I saw Salt a while ago and was like, well, that's great. You can loan out your cash, but without any repercussion. In the group the other day, it's called Bloom. Bloom is decentralized credit scoring. Now you see the relationship between that and something like Salt. Well, basically Bloom is going to make all these lending platforms seem viable instead of impossible. With Bloom, at least you have some kind of credit scoring being developed on the blockchain, and they can form relationships with companies like Salt and other lenders. I do like the outlook of Bloom. I'm not going to cover it fully, but just remember it and keep an eye on it, because it's a market platform and it's not a crypto platform, but it'll help these lenders. Okay, Status is starting to shoot up a lot lately. Status is a messaging app kind of platform with development of D-apps and this little button that lets you transfer crypto real quick to each other. I mean, some people are into it. It's not my favorite style of thing, because I worry about things like that, because are people going to use the Status app instead of their Facebook Messenger, instead of texting, instead of any other things, and then be required to use a separate token to transfer money? I think Status might be using Ether, I forget, but it's basically just a transfer money button, and it's good, but it opens itself for competition when that's what it is. Because first person to come up and say, well, I'm going to be the transfer button for Facebook Messenger, you're going to be able to pop it right in there. Or Facebook decides to do it. Well, then where's Status going? It's not going to be around much longer. So anyways, it's a developmental platform for different apps. So it's got more going for it. I'm not trying to down it. It's interesting. We'll see how it goes. Pivx, 11%. Walton, cruising. I liked the idea of Walton a few weeks ago, but it didn't perform well, so I kind of started ignoring it. Walton's doing some domination. Wish you had some Walton a few days ago. SC is having a little comeback session. I don't know, this scares me. I wouldn't get in on that. You don't want to try guessing a base here and getting reamed like that. Well, who knows where this is going? Is the news going to drive it? Don't know. Buyers have to drive it. People have to be into it. Maybe they are. Einsteinium. People started talking about it yesterday. Speculation on an Apple deal. It's pure speculation at this point. I think they had a picture of some guy holding an Apple laptop, an official Einsteinium kind of propaganda photo, and people assumed it might be a relationship with Apple. True or untrue? And I didn't buy it, and I considered it, but then I was just like, man, it's pure rumor at this point. Reminded me of the Neo rumor from a few weeks ago that just kind of sizzled right out. Well, I don't want to do that right on Einsteinium. Too bad, because it's 41%. Look at that. Who that bought here isn't real happy today? They're happier than I am today. I didn't get any moons today. I'm a little disappointed. Einsteinium, big winner. 40% in the top 50. See if there's any standouts. Kryptonex, 37. Minex, 41. Yeah, we got some big winners today. Which is why I'm bothered today, because my portfolio is not rocketing upwards. I think Ethos is starting to recover some of its ground again. It's been having a little bit of a tough time since the renaming. I don't know if that's because the new chart gives this new people stumbling into this. You know, we've got this reversal that started to happen, and that reversal is starting to be weeks old. There it is. Is that the growth? Yeah. So we need to be seeing Ethos climbing. The release of the social platform for Ethos is coming in a few weeks. Trying to be patient. It does sting a little. We got a lot of supporters though in the community and the groups. Ethos is gonna be a winner. Question is, when's it gonna be a winner? Okay. GVT and Raiden are two others that I've been covering. The thing about these two is that the ideas are fan favorites, and I like them a lot. They are new, though. Oh, finally, we're getting some bounce back on GVT. About time. Okay. GVT is a younger chart. See, 16th of November. We're only half a month out. ICOs, newer cryptos are at risk of having a dive down period. Now, I tell everybody, and myself, you don't want to buy in this phase. You know, I made a lot of good trades on the way up on this. Thing is Genesis has such a low coin count, market cap, and it's just, their marketing is phenomenal. I'm trying to have an open mind about thinking of this having a future life that comes sooner without the debt. Same story with Raiden. Moderately low count. I wouldn't call that low, but that's not super high. Raiden, just a spectacular beginning. It's starting to do this. The question is Raiden gonna sag? Is it gonna go down? They just released their mainnet. This would be a monster piece of news because they've released their main platform product so quickly. Well, why isn't Raiden going up? That's the obvious question. Well, one of the answers is that Raiden did go up. It's gone up a ton, and all of them knew the date of this platform was coming around the corner. Well, where's the spark? Spark is the people have to develop using the Raiden network. So that'll be the next pieces of news. Hopefully Raiden's save some good news. They need to have, all ICOs at this point need to be looking at the power model. And that is, you need regular blots of decent news in the beginning, unless you want to suffer the ICO sag. The ICO sag pisses everybody off who got in early and rode it up. And it's very reasonably easy to prevent. You just have to do your marketing. Marketing's half a business. I hope Raiden saved a little marketing here. Because I'm still in Raiden. And if they didn't, I'll be ticked. But I still like them. I like the product. I'll still talk good about them. Just do your marketing. Okay, Quant Stamp. This is the one that's in the same story. And right about, right about here, there was projected great news, and the great news wasn't taken that well. Their news was conservative style in nature. The holding program, you give rewards for holding for long terms. The market wants something way shinier than that. So that news kind of fizzled, and the prices fizzled, and we're at a moderate ICO slump. It's not dive bombing yet. I really hope to not see Quant Stamp go like this. It had such hype, it just would make a lot more sense if it had a more reasonable lifespan and at least a player's chart. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyways, they might have some news soon. We'll see. Okay. Let's just jump right out of the market cap, and I wanted to talk about a novel ICO. What I mean by novel is it's interesting, it's applicable to something that creative people and modern digital people have interest in, especially younger people. And actually, this one actually reaches to up into my generation, Generation X and Y, of course. Nova Blitz. This is an ICO. As you see, it's starting the 11th, so in a couple weeks. I don't know if any of you guys are still into the card games at all. I learned them a little bit here and there. It wasn't my major thing, but we're talking card games like Magic the Gathering and things like that. I know a lot of Gen Y was more Pokemon cards. Anyways, the maker of Magic the Gathering, one of the most successful card battle games ever made, is running Nova Blitz. He's got a big old team behind him, and the guy's obviously got a boatload of cash behind him. Well, I don't know the full story, but is Hasbro now the owner of Magic the Gathering? I haven't looked into it, but I know that all the search engine results are linked up together. Hasbro's just made their first $5 billion year. So here we are in Nova Token. They're not just developing crypto by itself, but also a gaming platform that involves blockchain for the storage of the cards. People get free cards by owning the NVT crypto. Developers get free money. You know, there's incentives to bring people to the platform. They're developing the platform on Steam. You can actually see this. I think it's this game right there on the Steam. I don't even have Steam installed. I don't play these kind of games these days, but I do on the Xbox. I got a couple card games. They're still cool. I don't know if anybody's into those. It's chilled out. You know, it's a game that you can play that doesn't get all your eyeballs moving around and your adrenaline pumping, which I love that, but I need breaks too sometimes. So a good card game. is fun. The fact is, Magic the Gathering and card games like it are a monster industry still. Even if you don't play those games, people are very into these. They still sell the cards. People still buy the cards, but they've made digital platforms of these games, and people are into that. Anyways, like I said, to some people, this is going to seem novel. You might not be into this idea first off, but I wanted to talk about it. Because this is a good example of a crypto or a blockchain being united with an existing product stream, a massive marketing team. I mean, what happens when you have Magic the Gathering and maybe Hasbro or imagine any other company like Hasbro all of a sudden wanting to take part in this blockchain. Then you're talking about a marketing army. And this just makes their their digital assets better. One of the big questions about these card games is people own the cards and they want to play the digital game, and the companies want to maintain value of those cards, I guess, so that you don't have a product where you're buying these expensive cards and then you go to the digital and then you get those all for free. They're trying to mark it up just like all the games these days, and they want people to have ownership value in the digital assets too. Anyways, I think you get the idea. As you can see, this is related to a gaming company, a media company in itself of creative artists, and they're going to have among the best of the best in terms of visualizations for their marketing. They've got how many of the world's greatest artists working for them? Here's their team. Yep, here it is. Their advisor, creator of Magic the Gathering, the first trading card game. His role is going to be game design, monetization, economy, and monetization consultant. I mean, here we have maybe one of the greatest gaming marketers on the planet is behind this one. I consider that to be what makes this worth talking about right now. Here we go. Here's another one of the other advisors, creator of Magic the Gathering, Pro Tour. First gaming tournament series with over $1 million in annual prizes. See that? That's what we're talking about. Monetized gaming. We've got a token that rewards players for owning it. We'll give them additional game features, additional cards and whatnot. We've got experts in game economy and monetization. And here we got a guy, blockchain management consultant, corporate development guru. Don't know him, but I bet that's going to help. All right, guys, that's all I'm doing today. Market cap, bear market. We're in the mix here. I hope some of you guys are picking the winners. I know I said on my last video that my portfolio was doing bad. Well, within 24 hours, my portfolio went down 20% and did 100% recovery. At that point, I did consider what it would be like to just sell it all for a few days. Just go take a little breather. But I held on, and it's done a little better and sagged a little bit, but I'm still only down like 10% on a bad hour and then even on a good hour. I'm hoping some of mine start to pop. Some of these ones I've been talking about with you guys. If you feel uncomfortable with any of my picks, don't feel like you have to hang on to those. I know you probably don't. You're a smart person, all of your own, man. So do what you do best. Consider these things, these new possibilities, these new options. Don't get stuck in so many ICOs that all your capital's tied up and you're sitting there waiting. But we'll keep talking about these, and as always, I look forward to hearing any of your guys' suggestions as well. Any good suggestion, I go look things up. That's interesting. We'll talk about those. Anyway, happy trading. Hope all is well. Good luck to you all. Peace. I'm out.